Hello, everyone. We will start in a few minutes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Osman. I am the Marketing Communications Manager at ICT, and I'll be your host for this session. We are excited to have you join us as we explore the intelligent features of ICT products designed to enhance the resiliency of your network sites. This webinar is hosted jointly by ICT and Alliance Corporation. Alliance Corporation's Director of Marketing, Bailey will also join me to discuss deploying intelligent DC solutions for resilient and scalable networks. In just a few moments, we will hear from Charles Klein, ICT's Channel Sales Manager, and Robin Batt, ICT's Application Engineer, Kurt Charlesberg, Segment Director of Power and Enclosures at Alliance Corporation. They will walk us through the powerful capabilities of our products and explain how they can transform the way you manage your network infrastructure for maximum reliability. Following the presentation, we will transition to the Q&A session where you will have the opportunity to ask questions and gain deeper insights. Handling your questions today will be Robin and Kurt. We'll be asking 3 questions during the presentation, so keep an eye out for those. We will love to hear from you, so please use the poll feature to share your thoughts as we go along. Remember, you can submit your questions at any time through the chat feature. We'll do our best to address them all during the Q&A session. Without further ado, I will pass the mic over to Bailey to kick things off. Over to you, Bailey.
Thanks, Osman. We'll wait till the slide changes here. All right. So welcome, everyone. I'm Bailey Will, Director of Marketing at Alliance, like Osman mentioned, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background about Alliance if we have any new faces here. So to start, Alliance was founded in 1993 with headquarters in Toronto, Canada. We also have additional sales offices across Canada and the US. Our service offering includes pre and post technical support, engineering, configuration services, supply and chain logistics and kitting, and training services. We have 100 leading plus technology solutions in our portfolio, and these are supported by an experienced team of product solution experts in power and systems and enclosures, DAS and building, private networking and broadband, wireless, site infrastructure, and LMR and two-way communications. Alliance also has custom manufactured connectivity solutions to meet a number of project needs. We'll move it to the next slide. If you didn't know, Alliance Corporation is under Alliance US Holdings Group, which also owns our sister companies, Get Wireless, Tesco, and Discount Cell. So together we are redefining value-added distribution for the communications industry and supporting the growing channel ecosystem. Next slide, please. This slide outlines our footprint for Alliance specifically, but we also are associated with our sister companies as well. So you'll find our distribution, sales hubs, and manufacturing facility locations here. And with this extended footprint, we can easily serve our customers no matter where you're located. So I will pass the mic now to Charles.
Thank you, Bailey. Welcome, everyone. I'm Charles with ICT. I'm ICT's Channel Sales Manager, and I work closely with Alliance. ICT is approaching our 40th year of manufacturing DC power products. Throughout our history, we have dedicated ourselves to listening to customers such as you for their power needs in the field. With those insights, we have developed a reputation based on quality and have become a leader in remote DC power management, providing customers with many operational and practical field benefits, which you'll be hearing more about today. We are a primary vendor to industry-leading distributors and OEMs, such as Alliance Corporation. We value our partnership with Alliance and appreciate and respect their ability to provide resources, developing internal expertise to ensure end-to-end solutions for their customers. Kurt and Bailey, thank you for having us today. I now have the pleasure of introducing you to two of the leading experts on the topic of power. We will be hearing from Robin Batt, Applications Engineer at ICT, and Kurt Chelsberg, Segment Director, Power and Enclosures at Alliance Corporation. Kurt and Robin, over to you.
Thank you very much, Charles, and thank you for everyone for joining today. As Charles mentioned, my name is Kurt Chelsberg. I handle Power and Enclosures at Alliance Corporation. And my background includes nearly 25 years of telecom power backup, be it batteries, rectifiers, racks, enclosures, etc. So with that, I will hand it over to Robin.
Thank you, Kurt, and welcome to all the participants here. My name is Robin. I'm an applications engineer and an electrical engineer by trade. I have good knowledge, I won't say expert, but I have a good understanding and knowledge of all the power equipment, how they tie up together, and if there is a definite need of a new site where budget needs to meet, how to understand customer needs and get a product fit for that particular site, irrespective of the applications. And on the screen, you will see different applications from fixed wireless, fiber, land mobile, radio, all the way to DAS or 5G networks, and how ICT caters to all these markets and all these applications. We have some of the partners listed next to it, and some of the products, not all of them, how they relate to each application and how we cater from power system with integrated battery management, load distribution, modular structure to a power supply, which is intelligent, or for the places where intelligence is not needed, we have some non-intelligent products as well. So on to the next slide. So you should be receiving a poll anytime now.
Yeah, now let's take a quick poll to hear your thoughts on what is your main driver for exploring advanced DC power systems. Is it cost savings, reliability, or scalability? You can select multiple if you want.
Yeah, cost saving, as we want to save all the time, but there are instances where cost is not the primary driver. It might be reliability in those cases, but having a combination of all three helps for sure.
Yeah, if you haven't voted yet, now's the time. The poll will close in 15 seconds.
Robin, as we close the poll, maybe just touch base on how ICT fits into those applications and looks at reliability, scalability, but also cost.
Yes, thank you, Kurt. So ICT is very proud of having a reliable and scalable power system, but then there are many other vendors also who have that. So what is different about ICT is that we listen to our customers. All or most of our features have come from customer feedback, and we are proud of all our intelligent features that we offer to customer, and how those features shape and help customers realize the reliability of the system and scalability and cost saving. For instance, you know, you can have a power system or a 2RU power system in which you get everything: load distribution, non-modular power modules, battery management, and ability to see all these remotely. So modular power systems help with the reliability that for any instance, whether it is external or internal fault, if something happens to a power module, the site is still running. It's just that one module that goes bad is deactivated by the system, and the site owner or customer can plan their visit. They don't have to make an emergency truck roll to site to replace a power supply and arrange for it. They can wait, they can go, they can hot swap those things. These small things add to reliability and all those things. Once we have the results, we can go to the next slide. Osman, do we still have some time left on the floor?
Result, the reliability was the main one, so we can go to the next one.
So this slide briefly gives us the difference of having a DC power system versus having an AC power system. We understand there are needs when a customer or a site has all the devices that are working on AC, and then it doesn't make sense to go the other way. But as you know, with the adoption of technology and with all these options in all the products, or most of the products come in both the variants. That is, your network devices can be powered by a DC device as well as an AC device. Most of these have multiple inputs, but the main difference between AC and DC is that with AC you have these static switches. You get an AC power which is converted or inverted into DC power, stored in the battery, then converted again to AC, and then fed to AC loads or DC loads, however it may be. And as you can understand from the picture as well, that a lot of conversion is happening there. A lot of conversion means that your equipments have to work too much there. There will be a power loss, heat loss, and eventually you are paying it out of your pocket for those energy losses. Whereas if you employ a DC power structure, architecture, you eliminate those conversion parts. Another thing is that with AC UPS like structure, you have definite number of batteries or battery power there. You cannot scale it. You cannot scale easily AC UPS as well. But that is not the case with DC. DC can be expanded while the site is alive, as I said earlier, with modular structure. And you can even scale your batteries depending upon how much backup time you need, or if, for instance, later in your application you realize that you need more backup time, then those things are possible. So with DC power systems, you get advanced battery management. You can scale the battery, as I said, power efficiency, and it's a very simple network, a very simple architecture, very less complicated, I must say. ICT is proud to have state-of-the-art DC systems. These systems come in various flavors, going from top to bottom. In the picture, we have 2RU power systems. We have 1RU power system, basically identical but in smaller footprint. The third option from the top is intelligent power supply. It's non-modular, but it has all the intelligence that I will be discussing later as well. And then for smaller application and industrial application, we have some smaller footprint power supplies as well. All these power supplies come in 12, 24, and 48 volt plus or minus polarities. And they all have battery management. And for the applications where battery is not involved or the input AC is redundant, we have the options of not having battery management in that as well. The second segment is the load distribution. Once we have the power, we need to distribute it to loads. So we have multiple distribution panels with different ratings: front access, rear access, fused breakers, breaker panels. We have distribution panels from 8 outputs to distribution panel that has 20 outputs in one RU space. And we have single bus and dual bus. The advantage with dual bus distribution panels is that if you have multiple voltages at site, you can have one bus dedicated for a particular voltage, let's say 12 volt, and another bus for 48 volts. So it gives a lot of flexibility there and freedom and lesser footprint. And these all come with our state-of-the-art GUI system, web GUI. So the software part can be accessed through an browser by putting in the IP address of the device, or it can be accessed through a software, SNMP software database, where you can connect multiple sites to your computer and your monitoring system. Now, about remote monitoring and control, our most products come with this intelligence. We understand there might be some instances or some sites which are physically monitored by people and intelligence may not be required. We have some products for that as well. But having remote monitoring and control changes everything. It gives you eyes to the site. You see everything. You have control of each and every device that is connected to your site. You can, let's say, a few of the things. You can power cycle individual device, irrespective of having to start the whole DC output. Each device can be remotely monitored. This will allow our customers to log into each ICT equipment from any remote location. It can be accessed through a phone. It can be accessed to a laptop or computer. I would encourage everyone here attending right now to scan that QR code. It will route you to our software demo where you can explore different options. It's very realistic. That is how the actual software looks like and works. It's just that it's not live. So now, what are the benefits of remote?
Hi, Robin.
Yeah,
Charles.
sure.
There was a question, and I thought it was a good time to introduce it. There's a question regarding the cost of the software, whether it's licensed software, if it's only valid during the warranty period. Could you maybe answer that?
Oh, thank you. Well, valid question, but that software part that we are proud of is free of cost. It comes with the purchase. There is no validity on it or any subscription thing. It just stays with you till our system is, and it is, I believe, forever, like our support. Thank you, Shal, for the question. Now, continuing with the benefits of remote monitoring and control, how it helps is you don't have to go to your site every time you feel something is not working. You can remotely log into your system. By the way, our system gives alarm for everything that goes bad at site, be it some device not responding, be it some device restarting. So you can log into the system and check what is happening with respect to voltage, current, or there is a log on the system as well. You can download that log and analyze how your loads are behaving. All those things lead to fewer truck rolls, fewer site visits, saves you time, saves you money, saves you headache, and you get your resilient network working all the time. Reduce time to resolution, that means that since you don't have to go to site, you can troubleshoot from remote. You can test your batteries, for example. You know how much backup you have. You know when your AC is lost. You have increased monitoring over everything. and which eventually then leads to increased network performance because there will be less downtime because of power system or any other device that adds to those things. And on the right hand side here, you see a screenshot of our GUI, graphical user interface. Right now it's on the status page, it's a screenshot. So it tells you about everything that is connected to your device. This particular screenshot is from our hybrid power series. Hybrid from the name tells that this power system can deliver two different voltages at site. In this case, it is 48 volt nominal voltage and 12 volts. Highlight that part here. So here is the DC output. It shows you the primary voltage, which is 55.2 for 48 volt nominal, the current AC. And then it has an integrated DC-DC converter from 48 to 12 volts. It comes factory fitted, so you can have 12 volts in this case, but it can be, there are many variants. You can have 24 volt or vice versa. And then we have here in this particular example, we have 4 and 4, 8 loads. You can see what is the condition about those loads right now, if there is an open alarm there, if the contact is open, or what current these things are taking. And then here we have the battery parameters, the voltage, how much battery power is left there, how much charging current it is taking. And then here we have system alarms from power modules or AC side. So when your AC is lost, customers get SMS or email alarms for each time those things happen, and we can choose which things or which particular things we need alarm for. Now on to the next poll.
Yeah, we have another question. Which of the following are concerns at your DC site? Is it AC power loss alerts? Is it remaining battery runtime? Is it state of charge? You can select multiple. Okay, 20 more seconds before the poll close.
Robin, once we see the poll results, can you just touch base on how ICT system handles the different concerns?
Yes, of course. Thank you for the reminder, Kurt. Yes, so all these concerns are real concerns. These are the questions that our customers have been asking a long time ago, but because these are all in our software now, we get, so I will talk a little bit more about
Thanks to everyone who participated. Here's what the results look like. It seems like 93% selected remaining battery runtime. The other ones were 43% each.
That is a real concern. Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah, remaining battery time, that is a big concern because be it a new site or old site, the battery power comes into play only on the instances when AC is lost. And at that time, if the battery is old, it may show you that it is fully charged, but when the real thing comes in, when we need backup, it dies out in 20 minutes, 1 hour, instead of maybe 4 hours or 6 hours. So I will touch base on those things in a couple of slides and explain in detail how ICT features help customers with these things. So based on these and what we have discussed so far, these are some of the features and benefits of a DC power system, in particular ICT. You can scale and configure. Solution can be customized anytime. It's not just when you purchase the equipment. For instance, if you have purchased a 1 RU power system from ICT and you have enough power along with redundancy, but later on you add more devices to your site, and now you need more power. So you have the option to add one more power shelf to it, and make it a 2RE power system at site. It's very easy, and our customer service team usually helps all our customers through these transitions. We get individual monitoring and control, like I said before, and what this enables customers is to have those troubleshooting things done before visiting the site. So you have first-hand knowledge and understanding of what is happening at site. You download those logs, you see the current scenario, what is happening at site, which device is working, which is not. So you go prepared to the site. You don't have to make multiple visits to site to arrange things what you need to. Network watchdog, it's a very good feature which is present in a lot of network devices, but where it is not, our power system also has that feature on each output, or our distribution panels have these for each output. What it means that you have your IP address where you want the device to ping, enter in our device one time, enable the network watchdog. So our device keeps pinging that device. And when the ping is not returned, it will restart that one particular device, not the whole network. So it brings network back. You don't need to intervene, and your site is always on. It's always active. You don't have any complaints from your subscribers or your customers. Load shedding. So where this is critical is when you have a particular backup time, you have batteries there, and now you have lost your AC, and AC is not coming in. You want to enhance the battery backup, so you can select or pre-select some loads that you know are not critical for the network operation, and define a particular voltage at which this load shedding should happen. So let's say for a 48-volt system, which generally operates around 55 volts, 55.2 or 55.4. With lead acid in particular, when the backup is used, the voltage keeps decreasing with the load. So you can have a voltage, let's say 47 volt, 48 volt for load shedding of a particular device, let's say a halogen lamp if you have, or any other device that is not critical. So our system will load shed that particular or those particular loads and have your network get more backup time there.
Hey, Robin, I just want to jump back really quickly to the previous slide really quick. You're going to touch base on the unique and embedded. I think the really key feature for ICT and the solutions that you guys have developed is individual monitoring and control of outputs. I think you're going to touch base on that, but I really wanted to make key points that this is embedded. It's not external. There are external devices, but this is embedded into the rectifier systems.
Thank you for emphasizing on that, Kurt. Yes, I have some slides later after this one where I show the web GUI part of it, and I will touch base on each monitoring and control part of this feature.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
So you have enhanced security and connectivity with all our devices. They are compatible with SNMP, version 1, version 2, version 3, TLS 1.0, 1.1, and 1.2. Alarm reporting and data logging, as I touched this on these things. So you get alarms for almost everything, like for state of charge of batteries and all those things. Battery backup connections, we have dual string option to connect 2 strings of battery backup there. And all our battery management modules come with integrated LVD, low voltage disconnect, to save your battery into going into deep discharge. So when the AC comes next time, the batteries can be charged. Now, Kurt, here is where I will explain more on the remote monitoring and control features. Just a gentle reminder to our viewers here, you can scan the QR code and have this screen come up on your phone or laptop as well. So this is again the status page of our web GUI for a power system, hybrid power series there. And we have already touched base on this one, so I won't spend much time on this particular slide, but I will just wait for a few seconds more if people are scanning the code. So what does it mean? Graphical user interface and load management through that. With ICT and ICT software, you get monitoring of each individual load device that is connected. That is what you get with few other manufacturers, but what you don't get is the control of device. We are very proud of having to give control of site to our customers, load shedding and power cycle. So here is when you log into the GUI, or you can visit our website also. Under each product page, you will find the software demo there as well later, which you can share with your friends or whoever wants to visit that or explore the products. So under load management, for this particular page is for the integrated load management module that is in the power system, but we have this similar GUI for the distribution panels as well. So all the features that I'm discussing here are common with our distribution panels and power systems regarding load management. So here you see in one slot, the load management module has 4 outputs. So you can select each when you are setting those things up. You can name the device. You can choose what happens when power is back, restore last state, restart it, turn it on or keep it off. Sometimes we don't have any load connected to the device. So our system, which usually has a sensing voltage at each output, will keep giving you alarm that device is open, connection is open. So you can choose to ignore it if you know for sure that it is meant to be like that. Here is a checkbox for enabling power cycling. This is again linked with network watchdog also. So if you want to enable network watchdog for this one, you check on this box and set up network watchdog, and then this particular output will be restarted or power cycled on when the ping is not returned. Here's the load shedding. So let's assume this particular load is not critical. So by checking this box, you can enable load shedding, and here you get to choose the voltage at which load shedding happens. It can be any place between 9 volts to 58.5 volts. So works very well for any voltage system, be it 12 volt, 24 or 48. And then you have the choice to reconnect that particular device when the voltage builds up beyond certain point. This particular thing helps you with faster battery charging as well. And by checking this box, you can enable load shedding on AC failure as well. You can have an auto recovery there. And in addition to that, you can remotely turn off any device if you want, or you can turn them on. You can have a delay between all if you choose to power them all on at the same time. So we can have a delay of 5 seconds, 10 seconds between each device to not put too much load on the site. This is how our alarm screen looks like. You will get an alarm when the breaker is open. You will get the notification on your phone, email, and you will have the alarm history as well, what has happened in the past as well.
And Robin, I was just going to say, if you could just circle back to battery management, are you going to get into that? I guess our next poll talks about backup battery systems, but
Yes.
ICT kind of touches base on management of the battery, both lead acid and lithium. So we'll wait for the poll and then we'll get into that, I'm sure.
Yeah, we have one more question. What type of backup power systems are you looking to deploy in the near future? Is it lithium-ion? Is it VRLA or others? Don't forget to submit your response. We would love to hear from everyone. Poll will close in 15 seconds.
And if anyone is using other than lithium and lead acid, please mention what type of chemistry you are using or planning to use, and we will get back to you on those things later after the webinar. Thank you.
Yeah, you can type into chat window so that we can get back to you.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. There's lots of new technologies coming out recently, so whether it be fuel cells or capacitors or what have you. So very interested to hear what people say. Oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah. Looks like 82% said lithium-ion, 45% VRLA, and 18% selected others.
That goes in line with the industry, right, Kurt? Lead acid has been there for a long time, but the whole industry, be it telecom or other sectors, everyone is transitioning to lithium ion for good reasons, of course.
One thing I'll say just on lithium ion is not all lithium ion is created the same. Certainly, there are lots of options out there and lots of people selling their solutions. I'd be more than happy to help with that, with some of those decisions if you're looking for more information. So feel free to reach out to us.
Yes, actually, that brings out a good point, Kurt, that if any of you ever have any doubts about whether power or whole solution as such, Kurt and I would be more than happy to guide you through. So moving back to the user interface, web GUI for battery parameters. And I know everyone is interested in this part. So we, as in ICT, supports both lead acid and lithium batteries. Speaking about lead acid, we have great features there. You can monitor battery parameters as here on the lower end of the screen. This is the status page where you see all the things that are happening in your battery. You get to see the voltage, how much current it is taking, what's the battery temperature, what is the net ampere hour count, state of charge. As I said, we have the option to connect two strings of a battery bank, so you get to see the second battery voltage as well. Low voltage disconnect and reconnect voltage that you have set in the system, which you can change at any time from your computer or your phone. Status of low voltage disconnect, is it closed or open, or if there are any alarms. Now, the great part about lead acid, because it has been there in the market for a long time, and it is notorious for the fact that after a few years, you don't know how much of backup it has. So from customer feedbacks and from all the learnings, we designed the software to have this battery testing feature for the lead acid batteries, wherein you can schedule battery testing. Let's say nighttime or midnight is the time when you don't have too much of traffic and it is safe to do that at that time. You can schedule it, or you can do it whenever you want to do it. You can select that discharge time for how long you want the discharging to happen, voltage at which you want to start or stop it, intervals, or then you schedule it as well. And once the test is complete, you will have the test results under it, whether you are doing it manually at that time, of course remotely, but if it is a scheduled one. And sorry, yeah, good.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were finished that slide. My apologies.
No. So one thing to note is that your network devices will not be disconnected. The only thing that happens in this instance while the battery is getting tested is that our system disconnects the AC input internally, but it is connected to the DC backup and it is connected to the load. So you have all the remote monitoring there. You have all your devices being powered all the time. When the discharge test finishes, it will be reconnected to AC power without any delay in cycle, and your network won't even feel that it moved from AC to DC backup. Yeah. And you get state of charge alarms and all those things with this, as we discussed before. Yeah. Is there anything I missed, Kurt, here?
No, I just want to. The battery discharge test is extremely valuable. With many network operators not having the operating expense to get out and do actual maintenance on batteries, that battery discharge test will tell you whether it's a fail or a pass. It's a wonderful built-in solution. Again, going back to that inherent and built-in free software that comes with the controller. One thing I did want to jump back to really quickly on this slide is about the battery management. We had over 90% of people were concerned about remaining battery runtime. So in this particular slide, what you see here is just runtime remaining as a hyphen or a dash because we're not in a discharge mode. Is that a fair statement, Robin?
That is perfect, yes.
So once we're in a runtime or a battery discharge situation where the AC has failed and the batteries are taken over, your runtime remaining will be a countdown clock. Sorry, easy for me to say.
Perfect. Yes. So you will be able to see it while it is on discharge.
We also have a video on the website just dedicated for battery discharge test, just to demonstrate how it's configured, how you can benefit from it. So you can check that video also if you want to configure battery discharge testing.
Then with the transition of the industry, we have developed our software to be in line with the lithium-ion chemistry. There are a lot of chemistries in lithium-ion also. So our state-of-art web GUI provides you all these features like monitoring of battery parameters, as we discussed before, state of charge. You can limit the charge current, like by default, it might be there at 150. But if you know that you have total 100 amps available, let's say, hypothetically at your site, and you know you need 80 amps at least for your load devices, then you can put a limit of 20 here, and our system will make sure loads are always fed, and then second priority is to charge the battery. We have some pre-configured settings for lithium-ion chemistries, and our system is compatible with all the chemistries there as well. In our web GUI, when you select from lead acid, you will see the features that we discussed previously. But if you go to the drop-down menu, we have lithium-ion chemistries there and some manufacturers that we have tested from our side. We are not sponsoring anyone. No one told us to test that. It's just the feedback from customers, what type of batteries they are using. So we want to make sure that our customers don't face any problem, and our engineering department and R&D, they keep testing these different battery manufacturers to make sure that our system is updated with all the chemistries and manufacturers. And as of now, also, we are testing a couple of more manufacturers to keep up with the industry advances. So you have here charge current limit, disconnect, connect voltages, overcurrent threshold, state of the charge as well, state of charge. Now, moving on to some side pictures, this gives us very realistic view of how our system looks and how it fits with all the system. Some examples are from fixed wireless, some are from LMR sector, some are from fiber, so it's a mix of everything. You can see here, this is a 1RU power system with 3 power modules. Our power modules, we have 2 flavors, 700 watt and 1500 watt. This is a battery management module. In this case, it's a single battery bank, single string battery bank module. You have the option to choose dual as well. This is a circuit breaker panel, intelligent one, dual bus. In this case, the customer is using only one bus. Second bus is blanked out. Very similar example, this is a 2RU power system. Customer needed more outputs. As you see, they have already 12 outputs here integrated into the power system, and then they have 2 dual bus breakers there as well, battery. These are our inverters, 1500 watt. They also come with network watchdog for those switches and routers. This is one of the pictures for land mobile radio. We have power supplies dedicated for that sector as well, and we also have some radio covers for these radios. We keep updating on this. Now, some of the pictures are for fiber applications where more power is needed or more distribution at some places might be needed. This is our front access distribution panel where everything is at the front. It has total of 8 outputs, panel capacity of 240 ampere. Remote monitoring and control features that we discussed, whether it's a front access panel, rear access, or the load distribution within the power system, it stays same. All the features are there. This one is our 1500 watt power module with the same 2RU power system. This is our DIN series product, PSU and distribution for smaller application. This one is, I believe, for SCADA. Kurt, this is from one of your customers. I think you know more than me what the application was.
We had an application to mount a NERC compliant solution. So we had to have a lockable cabinet with access to no fingers, none of that. But the client wanted some lithium batteries as well as a It's a bunch of DIN rail. As you can see, everything mounted in there is pretty much DIN rail. And we integrated the complete solution, engineered the solution to meet the needs, including wireless router as well, rugged wireless routers, and some network monitoring equipment. In this particular case, it was an APC. So yeah, we're more than happy to do complete integrated solutions as well.
Yeah, just to highlight the DIN series here. So DIN series has 6 outputs, GMT fuses for up to 20 amp fuse, and it has all the remote monitoring and control. This power distribution unit can be used separately if you need more power, and it can take up to 60 amps input. And it has Form C for all our products, irrespective of DIN series or power system, have Form Cs there and alarms for the site things like door, fire, and all those things. And you can receive an alert remotely for those as well. Now here is one of the example how a power system fits into multiple applications or a simple application. In this case, let's assume these power modules. These are the ones that I was talking earlier about, the modular ones. They are hot swappable. In this case, for the example, they are all connected. They are 48 volts and they are connected into a negative voltage system. That means the positive is grounded. So we can power from the integrated load distribution minus 48 volt loads. There is a DC-DC converter here, 700 watts, which converts 48 volts to 24 in this case, and that can be given to other loads that take 24 loads. And now for a complicated side, there might be a plus load or some other voltage load, so we can use an isolated converter to power those loads also. And if there are multiple loads of other voltages, you can employ a distribution panel, dual bus, give one voltage to that, another to the other bus, and have everything monitored and controlled remotely. And towards the end, this is our full product portfolio where we have power system. This is the updated one, recent, and we keep updating our firmwares. If you are our existing customers, please keep looking at our website to check what the new firmware is. We keep updating the features as well. This is 1RU power system. This is 1RU power supply, Platinum series. It comes in 800 and 1600 watts in all the voltages. And this is our Pro series. It is our basic power supply. It doesn't come with remote monitoring and control, but it comes with everything that a site needs: power, voltage, reliability. These are our set of distribution panels: fused, breaker, ATO fuse, JKs, a GMT fuse, front access, 20 outputs, 8 outputs. This is our newest edition. We didn't touch much on this. This is in particular with 5G applications. This particular variant is for minus 48 volts, and it can provide you remote monitoring and control up to 63 ampere rated breaker. That is 50 ampere continuous, dual feed, 12 outputs. And then we have, we know a site cannot be completely DC. It's not possible at some places. So we have 2 flavors of inverters as well. 300 watt basic inverter connects to battery, provides you reliable AC. And then the second one is 1500 watts inverter. It comes with remote monitoring and control, and it has dual input, AC and DC. So when AC is present, it bypasses the whole thing and gives you the AC mains. When AC power is lost, it transitions to battery backup within half a cycle, so your devices don't restart or don't get a break or restart or like that. And then our DIN series we already touched in. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking about all these products. If you have questions, we can discuss them right now.
Thank you, Robin and Kurt, for sharing your expertise and guidance. We all learned a lot and appreciate your experience. Now we will address questions. If you have not already, please post your questions. Starting with, which wireless carriers are your products approved?
Could you repeat that?
With which wireless carriers are your products approved?
We work with a couple of carriers. I'm not sure if, because we are working on some projects as well, for which we have some NDAs. So I'm not sure. Shal, you can correct me if I'm wrong, we can name those carriers.
At this time, we can't, but what we'll do is we'll circle back and provide the information that we can.
Yes, and we will contact you, Osman. We have this gentleman's contact details, and we can discuss for what particular purpose this question was asked, and we will be happy to take the discussion further.
Okay, moving to the next one. What is the max current in your distribution panels?
So as I said, the maximum right now is 300 ampere with our Energy Manager series, the last one in the 5G that I said. All other distribution panels, let me go back a slide. So yeah, this is Energy Manager series dual feed. It works for 48 volt, minus 48 volt applications, 50 ampere per output, and a total panel capacity of 300 amperes. The rest of our panels, other than the front axis, are 200 ampere rated. Front axis is 240 ampere.
Okay, moving to the next one. What is the power capacity of the DIN rail series?
The current variant that we have is rated, the power supply is rated at 360 watts. The power distribution panel can take 12, 24, 48 volts for a maximum of 60 ampere input. So if our DIN series power supply is little less than what you would want to have for your DIN rail, then you can have the power distribution there and have any other power supply from us or from any other vendor. But we are working on upgrading our power levels as well. So keep visiting our website for more news.
Okay, we can group the next two questions, I guess. What fuses do the distribution panels use? And what is recommended fuse or breakers for the distribution panels?
So we have a distribution series 3 for power distribution panels, which are ATO fuses in most cases, FTS ATO. We have JKS fuses in those panels, and it can give you up to 40 ampere per load as well. Then moving to distribution series 3 dual bus, we have fuses going all the way to 30 ampere and breakers going all the way to 30 amperes. Did I miss anything, Osman?
No, I think you answered all. And next one, are you selling direct or to the end client?
No, we do not sell direct. We rely on our partners, Kurt and Bailey here, who do a great job. And it makes sense in a way because our product doesn't do everything at the site. It needs enclosure, it needs batteries, it needs network devices. So it gives a good opportunity for us to work with our distribution channels where they can help customers get the whole solution from one. It's like one-stop shop. Kurt, you can add on that if I missed anything.
Yeah, I mean, the full integrated solution from antennas to radios to engineering of site paths, all sorts of stuff that we bring to the table. We're not just selling SKUs. We sell solutions, and we'll engineer that solution to meet the needs, whether it be for outdoor enclosures, indoor racks, batteries, as Robin mentioned. All of that is within our capabilities and what we're doing today.
Thank you.
And I also shared all the contact information for both Alliance and ICT via chat window. You will also receive an email later. So feel free to connect to, if you need one-on-one sessions, maybe that can also be scheduled. So that's also in the chat window. And last question, hold on, there's one more.
Just to add there, if at any time, whether you are about to install a site or you're planning a site or you're curious, feel free to reach us. My name is Robin. I'm an applications engineer, And we can discuss power, we can discuss I had few customers who were having AC sites and they were very reluctant to go to DC sites just because they didn't know enough about DC. So I know it's a slow process when you are going from AC architecture to DC. What are the things that you can expect? What are the problems that may occur? So I can, or our team, or even at Alliance, they're all experts in power there. We can guide you through each step slowly, one by one, till you are comfortable going forward. And we have a lot of interconnection drawings and a lot of scenarios or examples to walk you through so you understand what you are getting into and what are the benefits you will be getting. Thank you.
Yeah, there's also a good comment that says we love Alliance.
Yeah.
We love that. Thank you.
One last question before I pass the mic to Kurt. Will we receive copies of these slides? Yes, you will. There will be a short survey both after the webinar. It's just a few questions, and you will also receive a link of the recording of this webinar so that you can circle back and see if we missed anything later. And as we mentioned several times, you can contact Alliance or ICT anytime via phone, email, or website. So over to you, Kurt.
Yeah, I just want to take a quick moment at the end of the session here to thank everybody for joining us today and for the great questions and wonderful comments. It's fantastic. It has been a pleasure to discuss kind of what Alliance and ICT brings to the table for building and protecting reliable critical networks. We hope we've gained some valuable insights as to what ICT can bring to the table and certainly what Alliance can bring to the table to help enhance networks and improve resiliency out there. Before we wrap up, just a quick reminder, again, as Osman and Robin both mentioned, if you have more questions or information, the contact details are on the screen, but also in the chat, so feel free to go and copy those before you leave. Once again, thank you very much for your time and participation. We look forward to continuing the conversation and working towards building a more resilient network. Thank you very much and stay safe out there.
Thank you everyone for joining us today.